Welcome to the Nest Show, the podcast that brings you insights into the crypto market, trading and investment experiences, and what we're looking forward to as we navigate the space together. Before we get started with the show, I want to thank our friends and sponsors over at Prime XBT, where many of our listeners have already signed up to trade by visiting the birbnest.com/PrimeXBT. Now, we're excited to reward you with a very special offer brought to you by our friends at Prime. Visit the announcement channel on our Discord to learn how you can receive a one-time trading bonus equal to 50% of your deposit amount. Exciting times indeed. Prime XBT is the most powerful trading platform offering immediate access to over 30 assets. Users may trade cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, stock indices, and much more, all from a single Bitcoin-settled account. Prime XBT gives experienced traders up to 100x leverage to multiply their capital, while also providing users with multiple order types, low trading fees, and ultra-high liquidity to equip them with a one-of-a-kind trading experience. Registration does not require any user information, so visit the link below and start trading on Prime XBT in minutes. You'll be hearing much more about Prime XBT here and why we're so excited about the products they already offer, including a one-of-a-kind BTC and Ethereum options trading platform called Turbo, and an upcoming co-vesting product that will give traders and investors alike an entirely unique opportunity to multiply their capital. We're excited to congratulate the Prime XBT team on a couple of project milestones, starting with the launch of direct crypto purchases with the use of credit and debit cards. To learn more about how to purchase crypto on the Prime XBT platform using debit or credit cards, visit Prime XBT today for a complete walkthrough. Also, we want to regard Prime for their progress integrating TradingView chart technology into their charting platform, and their continued progress with the co-vesting module that will allow traders to mirror the activity of other traders. To find out more about the extensive progress of the co-vesting build-out, visit the Prime XBT blog for the most up-to-date information. Now for the show. Today we welcome back friend of the show and tech maverick John McAfee. To many, John needs no introduction as his blistering talent and outspoken nature have made him a mainstay in publication headlines over his decades-long career. Following up on our last interview, we learn more about John's latest cryptocurrency venture, the privacy coin Ghost, and take a closer look at the privacy solutions John proposes with his eSIM workaround. John details how he devised a system which harnesses eSIM technology to provide unmatched location and identity obfuscation services without having to use exotic hardware. John goes further to highlight the need for privacy and anonymity in the modern technological age, and also provides further details on the prime target demographics for these services. And finally, we get into some of the out-of-the-box pricing that the first wave of users can anticipate as the services get off the ground to scale. We cover all of this and more with our ever-energized and enigmatic guest, John McAfee, on this episode of The Nest Show. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the ride. What the Nest Show is. This is a podcast brought to you by the Birb Nest community, an independent crypto and forex-centered trading community built to sharpen each other in capturing opportunities in the markets while protecting capital along the way. What this is not. Trading advice. We are not financial advisors, and you should not regard any information here or in the Nest Club as financial advice. You should always consult a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions.
I'm very interested to know, John, because I could see you actually released and launched your marketing around the smartphone, the amazing smartphone compatible with eSIM with a
Yes,
phone.
that's correct. We're currently in beta test with that now. We put out a call for the media to test it for us. We've been in beta test for quite a while. We're currently up and running perfectly in 35 countries. By September the 15th, we hopefully will add another 24 countries, which will put us in certainly most of the places people want to travel. The problem with smartphones is, listen, there's no way you're going to keep your communications private. However, for those who would like to keep their location and their identity private, well, that's what we're doing. Okay. I can get, and the reason I built this phone for Janice and I, because we can't own phones, obviously. I mean, if we had a phone, as soon as you turned it on, they triangulate us and it would be all over. and it's inconvenient and sometimes scary. I mean, like just the other week we went shopping at a shopping mall, and we were supposed to meet back at a certain location at 4. She wasn't there. I was spooked. I can't call her. She can't call me. We don't have phones.
Yeah.
So this phone, and we're using it ourselves now. As a matter of fact, we're this is
Whoa.
my prototype
That's good.
Ghost phone, and it's a Google Pixel, which supports eSIMs with our eSIM in it, and we're in a country that supports we support. And so finally, she and I are able to communicate. Now, it's costing us a fortune because we're in beta test. We have not gone
Uh-huh.
public with it. So, the economy of scale problem, right? If you got 100,000 customers, your costs are, 10 cents per, call. If you've only got 2, your costs are $500. So, however, we're using them. And so I did it for me. But listen, I'm not unique, not that unique. I mean, there are other people that do not want to be located or identified. Okay. Now, I cannot help you with your communications. There is no help for that. I mean, you can try the various encryption services, but the CIA is all over that shit. But I promise you, people. Now, people go, well, how do we know? I go, listen, I did not create the largest computer security firm by not keeping my word, did I? And in all seriousness, if you wanted to buy a safe to keep your valuables in, and you went to a manufacturer and said, "Listen, can you hack this guy's safe?" And you go, "No, I can't do that." Well, fuck you. I'm buying his safe. But when it came to McAfee, can you hack? Yes, absolutely. You show me something I can hack. All right, that was the difference. All right, so if I'm telling you, and trust me, I can hack anything. This it's not even a matter of hackable. It's a matter of it's not physically possible. See, here's what I love about technology. I mean, people develop new things. They never think about people like me in the world going, oh, like when I ran this year, half as a joke for the president of the Libertarian Party, I've checked all the bylaws. There's no law against running for both president and vice president simultaneously, nor was there a law against winning both. So I ran for both, right? So why people ask, oh, that's crazy. And it's not crazy, people. Listen, I mean, let's say I win on both.
Then you could be the president and the vice president at the same
time. I could pardon myself if I did wrong. And people watch presidents very carefully. I mean, Bill Clinton got a blowjob in the Oval Office, and the world almost came unglued. No one gave a shit what the vice president was doing. So I could have all sorts of indiscretions. And when they came to go, hey, wasn't me as the vice president? Talk to that mofo. All right. So anyway. No, people don't think that people like me exist, but I do. So when the eSIMs came out, I go, well, that's fascinating. And I'm thinking, I go, I bet they never thought of this. And it can't be fixed. It's not a loophole. It's just the way the fucker is structured. I'm using eSIMs in a way they were not intended. And yet, I'm sorry, they can't change it. They can't fix it. This is just the way. If 1 and 1 is 2, it's going to be 2 no matter what you're adding, whether it's apples or pounds of cocaine. I'm sorry. 1 plus 1 is 2. So in any case, I did it for me. And once I did it for me, I go, fuck me. Other people will need this.
Yeah.
Now, it's not cheap. I'll be frank with you guys. And it's not intended for watching porn with. Please, God, if you want to watch porn, put your SIM card back in and watch porn on that fucker. Okay.
Right.
I mean, so, because our per gigabyte price, I'm going to be frank with, is $29. All right. But it's meant to be for those extraordinary situations where you just don't want to be known where the fuck you are or who is actually using the system. Do you understand? So you can't be triangulated with the cell towers, even though the cell towers are in fact triangulating you. It's just the way they are designed with eSIMs. We are the people, the only ones who know that, and we don't keep records of it. So we can't be subpoenaed by any government saying, well, where was Benjamin the night that the cocaine shipment was stolen? Fuck, we don't know. We don't know who Benjamin is.
And why didn't he invite me to the party?
And why didn't he invite us all to the party? Right? So, no, we don't even ask for identification. You understand? We don't ask for documentation. We don't ask your name. We don't ask your email address. You give us a location where you want us to drop ship fucking over, let's say electronic, the key, which you take your phone and photograph it, and instantly you're online with us. Okay. And that's it. So we don't ask who you are. No, you got to pay us either with crypto or with a credit card. If you got a credit card, I'm sorry, you have to give the name on the card, else we can't fucking process it. All right. However, you can steal somebody's card, we don't give a shit. Or you can go to some fucking machine where you insert $50 in cash and get a credit card. We don't care. All right. If that's
can I
go ahead.
Can I just chime in? I mean, that's the kind of like a thought that's been bothering me for some time. I mean, are you perhaps planning to open that amazing phone to the Chinese market, where they actually, I think, need it the most within the recent, just protests in Hong Kong and all that? Like, what do you say? What do you think?
To what market now?
To the Chinese market, right? I'm referring to.
Now, here's the problem.
I'm referring to all the Hong
Kong.
Kong.
I know. Hong Kong. Yep, we knew Hong Kong. We can't do China, not yet. We may not ever. Why? The Chinese, they are clever mofos. And they anticipated someone like me.
All I mean, because there was so many protests, right? Just burning.
I know. Hong Kong, we can work. Absolutely, in Hong Kong. Mainland China, it's going to be a long uphill battle to get this phone in there. I'm just saying that now. Even though there's no physical phone to ship. We're just shipping you a card electronically, which you then photograph. Okay, we can send it to your email. Give us a Twitter DM at. We don't give a flying fuck. Say, put it on this web server in this subdirectory. Give us access to the subdirectory. There it is, my friend. As long as you fucking pay us, you're online. Now, like you said, it ain't cheap. Okay, so we have two services. One is monthly. Monthly, you have a $39.95 connection fee to our network. Okay, that's what it costs us to establish a connection on our worldwide cell tower network. Okay, now if you can connect up with AT&T, Verizon, or anybody, you can sure as fuck connect with us because we work with all those cell towers. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because this was so easy, and yet no one dreamed that someone would use these fuckers like me. The reason for eSIMs is you don't have to get a physical card. You don't have to go down to the fucking store, get something, and the dude in the store pulls out a physical card. No, fuck that shit. No. We'll email it to you. We'll do whatever. Okay.
Well, John, I'm curious. I mean, with the pricing being what it is and being prohibitive to many cell users, what is your ideal demographic? Do you see this proliferating like in the corporate world? Or?
Right now, I would say that every corporate executive is going to be one of our customers. Why? Oh, God damn it! These are the ones with the secrets, aren't they? I mean, corporations have the biggest secret. First of all, they're the masters of disinformation. Why? If a competitor gets an inkling about what you're going to be coming out with next week, next month, next year, you're fucked.
On arrival, yeah.
So they are desperate to keep. Let's say we need or diplomats. We need a private meeting here and there. But listen. If you're a diplomat, your phones, I promise you, has spyware on it from every fucking country in the world, right? With our phone, sorry, I don't give a shit what spyware is there. They're not going to know where the fuck you are. I'm telling you.
Your phone's a United Nations of spyware.
That's right, nor who the fuck you are. So every diplomat in the world, I promise you, is going to buy one. Certainly every head of state in the world is going to want one. Likewise, and I'm sorry to say this, so will every drug dealer. You know, it's not my job. I'm not a goddamn policeman, okay? You know, when the telephone came out, the mafia was the largest user. Why? Because they can now coordinate their criminal activities nationwide. What about the 8-cylinder goddamn car when that fucker came out? You couldn't buy one unless you were a gangster because they had pre-ordered all of them. Why? You could rob a bank, get in a car, thumb your nose up as the police as you're speeding out of town. They can't fucking catch you. Please, God, criminals use every new technology. So, yes, people go, hey, criminals are going to use that. Duh. Of course they are. But so are heads of state.
But it's, if you think about it, that's the same stuff as it went with the dynamite, right? With Noble and dynamite. Exactly.
Oh, fuck yes. Duh. Selling dynamite. What do you need? You need dynamite to excavate mines and do all kinds of shit to topple buildings. Well, I'm sorry, the criminals use it to blow up bank vaults. Fuck me. I can't help that shit. All right.
Yeah, so that comes out actually if you think about it with any sort of like a like invention, right? I'm not afraid to call what you did and a sort of like an invention of high-tech invention that's actually going, I hope, to revolutionize
the
that.
way I see it. If criminals are using it, I have fucking succeeded because they don't use bad shit. All right, their lives and their livelihood depend on it. And so if they're going, hey, that ghost phone, you got one yet, Jose? No. Well, then I've succeeded. I'm sorry. But likewise, heads of states, diplomats, heads of corporations, everybody in R&D, for fuck's sake, think about it. You're in research and development in Apple, Microsoft, IBM, Samsung. Fuck, you don't have a ghost phone. It's like, dude, we can't do business with you. I'm sorry. Listen, because they're going to find us as soon as you show up at the meeting, and there's going to be a camera watching us. And no, do you understand? Not knowing who you are and where you are, that's the key to security. It's not the messages you send, because if they don't know who the fuck you are, why are they monitoring your messages? And if both of you have ghost phones and neither one can ever be identified, and you're careful, you don't use the same phone for checking your Twitter account. You use it only for those secure communications where you don't want anybody knowing. All right, so I'm anticipating people are going to have their regular phone, and they're going to, use it for Twitter, and for those things which are crucial, they're going to pull out the fucking ghost phone. Which
John,
shows who you are, doesn't show who you are nor where you are, so no one's going to be watching you, are they? Because you cannot watch all 7.8 billion people on this planet.
For this to have the highest level of encryption and security, would say
we have no encryption. We have no encryption. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Don't assume. I said two things: who you are and where you are. There's nothing encryption is going to do to help you. I'm sorry. Why? Because there is no more man in the middle.
Well, rather, for those 2 points of obfuscation to take place, would both parties of communication need to be using a ghost phone, or would it be equally purposeful?
It depends. So here's the problem: if you're using the ghost phone to call someone, you can contact someone that doesn't have a ghost phone. Absolutely. But now that's kind of not secure, is it? Because if someone's watching that phone, they're going to go, here's an unidentified person. We can't find out where the fuck he is or who he is. But the next time he calls, we need to watch what he's saying. Do you understand? So, yeah, you can do it. And in fact, even then, it's going to be hard because not going to know who you are unless the idiot that you're calling goes, hey, Benjamin, are you coming to the party tonight? Then you're fucked, right? Right? Do you understand?
Told you not to say the name.
You can do it. That's right. You say, didn't I say never to use my fucking name if I'm calling on this line? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
No. So of course you can do it, and you can still be obfuscated. But even the person you're calling, even if he's outed your name and going, Ben is writing, hey Ben, how you doing? Are you coming to the party tonight? It's going to be da. Even the guy saying that doesn't have a fucking clue where you are. So at least the where you are cannot ever be found unless you choose to say, hey, well, thanks for inviting me. Unfortunately, I'm in Philadelphia on 2nd and 5th Avenue.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I cannot help that level of stupidity.
Yeah. John,
But-
if I may,
Yes.
if I may, very quickly. I mean, if you were to, let's say, convince a person who is completely not familiar with crypto, with all your amazing ventures that you've been having in crypto, to actually get the ghost phone, like, how would you do that?
Well, on September 15th, you want a yearly plan? You send us $149.95 to connect for 1 year to our network. Then you use data at the rate of $29.95 per gigabyte. That's as simple as that. You give us a credit card to send us some fucking crypto if you want to truly remain anonymous. If you don't have crypto, then go buy a credit card from a machine with no goddamn name. Say, here's my number. We go, well, thank you very much. Where do you want us to send this mofo? And you say, well, email it to this account, nobody@gmail.com. And we'll say, absolutely, here's your, and be happy. That's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, so that's basically it. And we've been shipping these things to beta testers and going, God damn, I can't believe how easy. Because how easy is it? Well, you basically, you take the code we give you, photograph it, or say, here's the code, submit it, and because if you have a like, this is the Google Pixel, in the settings you go hard SIM or eSIM. Choose eSIM. Show the eSIM. Click. You're now connected instantly. Fucking instantly. Do you understand? There's no wait while it goes through some goddamn. No, you're online instantly, and our data rates are as high as anybody in the fucking. It's going to depend on the cell towers. Okay. Don't have
That's
any
super
4G.
interesting.
If you got no 4G cell towers, then you're going to be downgraded, because I cannot make cell towers any faster. So if you're in a large city in America, you're going to get 4G and 5G when that comes out. If you're not, if you're in Puerto Rico and some, down in on the south coast, sunning naked on the beach, well, I'm sorry, you'll be lucky to get.
Is it going to be available for 5G too?
Yes, of course. And listen, we're coming up with all kinds of upgrades. You're not going to. So currently, for example, 5G, the eSIMs are data only. Okay, which is, listen, I haven't made a phone call in years. Who uses phone numbers anymore? So we've got 4 levels coming out. Number 1, the next thing coming out in December, you make voice calls, but only to another ghost phone. In March of 2021, you can make phone calls, voice calls to any phone in the world, as long as you got a phone number, but they can't call you. And in May of 2021, anybody can call you. You'll have a fucking phone number. Now, the eSIMs are not meant for that, right? They're just meant for people who are connected electronically. They communicate like we're communicating, right? So this costs us how much? Nothing to talk right now, right? Whereas if we were on the fucking phone, minutes are getting ticked off of my monthly account, and good God, I'm in a foreign fucking country, would have to pay $5 a goddamn minute. So no, nobody does that anyway. But we're going to be having everything that the SIM cards have. Al, well, I'm John fucking McAfee. I've done nothing but computer technology.
There you go.
my entire fucking life, and so I know what I'm doing.
There you go.
And the Google Pixel is one of the 4 manufacturers that currently support eSIMs. The phones that support it the latest Google Pixel, Samsung, but only the S20 and above. That's the S20, the Samsung Flip, the Samsung Fold, the Samsung. What's the
Awesome.
bigger Samsung phone?
Ultra.
Oh, the tablet or
It's not a tablet. No, no, no.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But it's bigger than this. The Apple X, and I think that's it. I'm sorry. There's
That's fine.
simply no. People go, when will the S9? We can't. The S9, the S10 do not have and cannot be made to have eSIM
Mhm.
capabilities. I apologize. I cannot perform fucking miracles, people.
Yeah. And most importantly, will this phone work well to store all the wallets, kind of like, just crypto wallets, access? Will it be available to store all the crypto on that?
Fuck yes, absolutely. I mean, well, if it's Android or iOS compatible, there's no better place. I mean, unless you're stupid and tell people, "Hey, I've got my wallet on this phone," and no. Why? Because no one can find out where it is. No one. So, and the beautiful thing is, everybody's got the same fucking IP address.
There you go.
How does that work? Magic.
Magic by John McAfee. I gotta tell you, I'm getting one of these beautiful damn bastards. I'm getting one of these.
Unfortunately, the phones themselves are not cheap. Yeah, I know people going, yeah, well, that's for rich people only. Prices will come down, people, even for our network. I mean, why do we charge $29.95 for a gig of data? Because we have to. I mean, we run a business, and no one's done this before. It ain't cheap. I wish it was. I mean, what we're doing is we're taking an existing worldwide cell phone tower network, and we're connecting to it using a new technology in a way that technology was not intended to be used, which is privacy. Do you understand? The eSIMs were designed to find out more about your sorry asses. No,
oh, yeah.
No. Well, I'm going, okay, that's fine, but you guys didn't think of this, did you?
Yeah.
So the finding out more, we've taken care of by making sure that everything everybody finds out is useless. Hey, what's that guy's IP address? Well, it's the same IP address all million people have. Here it is. Have at it.
That's super interesting. That's super
John,
interesting.
You've been so generous with your thoughts and your time as you always are. And we appreciate you so much.
I'm sorry we're out of time.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to leave our listeners thinking about before our next visit?
I don't think so, other than I enjoy your guys' company every time. And
hey, we love having you on.
Anytime you want me on. I'm sorry this is cut short, but I'm taking Janice out on a date tonight.
There you go. Make sure it's going
to be sure to treat her extra nice for us.
Right. And our driver arrived 5 minutes ago. So I'm sure she's back there. She's got her arms crossed, tapping her fucking foot. All right, where is that son of a bitch?
Jesus, Janice, I'm so sorry for
on the planet.
I hope Janice just forgives us this. Yeah, just as Ben said, I'm very happy just for you coming over again, and I will be extremely honored as the entire brand. The Birb Nest
why don't you guys ask Janice for one of these, okay? And I will send you it's going to be 2 weeks before I can do it, because all of our existing ones have been sent out.
That's incredibly
I'll send you an eSIM. Now you got to, if you don't have an eSIM compatible phone, borrow one from a friend. Go to an Apple store and ask to see one, and then have someone distract the clerk and steal it. Do something. Okay. But
I'm down for that.
If you can get an eSIM compatible phone, I will send you an eSIM and give you a free gig. Okay.
I got S20 Plus for Samsung.
Pardon? S20 Plus, S20 Plus, Google Pixel, the latest Google Pixel, the iPhone X, whatever it is, whatever the X is. Okay. I don't use iPhones. I don't know why we even did this. My advisor said you got to do Apple. I go, Apple? Are they still in business? Anyway, so the Apple X, I know those three. And they're the three most popular. So figure it out. Get one. I'll send you the eSIM. Just take your phone and bring it up on another screen. Go click, and you're up. And I promise you, 5 seconds, you're up and running on our fucking network.
I'm down for that, man.
Days, okay?
I'm down for that.
Awesome,
I'm down
And
for
I
that.
promise
Let's
you,
make
it will be
happen.
as fast as any other. And what it'll say on the network instead of AT&T, it'll say Ghost, right?
I'm going to do this. I'm
right.
going to.
And
I'm
listen,
going to put
You
a
have
good
to be.
review on that.
You've got to use your own common sense now. That we only hide your identity and your location. That's all we do. But
that's more
that's
than
all,
enough.
That's all that people can do. If you think your communication's private, I am sorry, my friend. If people know who you are, and they do, if you've got any phone, and why? How in the hell do you get on AT&T without giving them a goddamn name? Now, you can go to a drugstore and buy something, but as soon as you've called 10 people that you've called before, they know who the fuck you are. The CIA knows who you are. And if they're watching you again. With our phone, they cannot fucking do that unless you're stupid. Okay. So that much we can do. Now, if you're watching porn on it, that's your business. Is going to be expensive, and you'll burn up that gigabyte in 25 minutes. So,
John,
all right, my friends,
always,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you and look forward to hearing more about your progress. Impressive stuff.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
I'd like to thank our listeners for joining this episode of The Nest Show. We invite you to connect with our guest on Twitter, where of course John is at official McAfee, Adrian is at CryptoBirb, and I am at Benjamin T1717. Additionally, be sure to check out John's Ghost project at ghostbymcafee.com. Again, we want to thank our sponsors at Prime XBT for their support of the show and for their support of our listeners. Once again, after signing up to trade at thebirbnest.com/PrimeXBT, be sure to follow up on the announcement channel of our Discord and learn how to capitalize on their generous trading bonus offer that they've exclusively made available to our community. If you've appreciated the depth and breadth of what you've heard with us today, subscribe to our podcast and find our landing page at thebirbnest.com. We have a vibrant Discord community which acts as our central hub of operations, and we welcome you to join us at thebirbnest.com/Discord. We also offer an extensive free bulletin on emerging crypto market trends, exclusive undervalued gem reports, and in-depth expert technical and fundamental analysis at thebirbnest.com/bulletin. We always appreciate engagement from our community, which of course means liking the video and subscribing to our page, where we insist on bringing you the highest quality content available. Also, we're happy to incorporate tips and topics from our listeners and encourage you to email us at thenestshow@thebirbnest.com. This podcast is brought to you by the Birb Nest. Thank you, and trade on.